Hello friends. It so happened that I simultaneously punctured two wheels on my iScooter, i10Max electric scooter. Well, I've got one inner tube as a replacement, and I'll have to patch the other one myself. That's exactly what we're going to look at in today's video. How to properly patch a tire using a cheap bicycle tube repair kit, since it doesn't come with any instructions. I already have a video on how to remove the front wheel properly. You can check it out right here. And I also have a video on how to remove the rear wheel. You can watch it here as well. I'd like to point out that the front wheel is much easier and faster to remove, since you only need to loosen it and disconnect the brake system. The rear wheel takes a lot longer, because you have to take apart the platform, disconnect the motor wheel inside, and only then remove the wheel itself. We can also take a look at the brake pads, see what condition they're in. As you can see, they're almost like new. I decided to start with the front wheel. We'll leave the rear wheel off camera for now. So let's get to it. Be sure to check the inside of the tire for anything sharp or thorny to avoid repeated punctures. Any cloth or mittens made of fabric will do the trick. I noticed one puncture right away. Temporarily, I will stick an ordinary plaster on this puncture as a mark of the puncture site. We can check by immersing the inner tube completely in water or soapy water. Everyone has their own approach. I check it by full immersion in water. We can see that we have only one puncture because there are no bubbles anywhere else. It is imperative to make the puncture site where the rubber tape will be glued grainy with sandpaper. I use the tools I have at hand. Degreasing is also essential. Since I don't have any degreaser, I had to steal my wife's acetone, which she uses to remove nail polish. Well, when everything is ready, we take our cheap kit, unpack it, and apply the glue. An important point: there should be enough glue. Apply a thick layer. And another important point: the glue should be almost dry. Therefore, we will leave it to dry for about 10 minutes. If the rubber band is too long, you need to cut it to the size we need, as the extra piece of rubber will also get in the way. A good indication that the adhesive is ready for bonding is the loss of transparency. It is at this point that the tape is applied to the inner tube. It is also imperative to smooth the tape well, squeezing out excess air. If you don't have a suitable tool, a teaspoon will do the trick. The gluing area should also be compressed. If you don't have clamps, you can use anything, such as placing the inner tube under a bed or table leg. Creativity is the key here. The inner tube should stay in the clamped state for at least 30 to 35 minutes. So gluing the inner tube is for those who are patient. The time I indicated off-screen had already passed, and I had to check the inner tube again to see if everything was okay using the same method I used to check the puncture. The job is done. Everything looks good, no air leaks. All I have to do is put everything back in place and enjoy my scooter ride until the first puncture. I hope it won't happen soon, or even better, never. If the video was useful, I would be grateful for a like.